prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from Jinx, a federal prison. This call is being recorded and is subject to monitoring. Hang up to decline the call or to accept. Dial 5 now. If you wish to block any future calls of this nature.
Definitely. So yeah. So the last interview up, yo, should get mad love, mad people sharing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's out there. I got the pictures and everything, and I still got like 3 more parts. I got to put up 2 from the beginning. But yeah, you got the questions I sent, right, and everything.
Yeah. I think I got them.
All right, definitely. So, all right, I'm live too. So yeah, we back, yo. We got Jinx da Juvy back on the line. So I'm live on YouTube. We back, part 2. We're gonna get into some stuff y'all don't know about. You know what I mean? Some exclusives. So yeah, right now everything going on with the George Floyd situation, prison reform, police brutality. You know, you had a situation. I'm not sure what year it was where you was in a situation where you were shot by the police. I think it was New Year's on one of them kind of nights, something like that.
Right.
So, can you tell the people how did that go down and what was that like, being shot and even by the police?
I mean, right now, police brutality is a sad reality of the oppression that's been going on. You know, revolutionists like Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale, Angela Davis, we can't forget them. You know what I mean? They all fought against what's going on. And the abuse of authority and discrimination against people of color has unfortunately become a norm now. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So my situation, you know, I got shot by police when I was 17 years old, and I was persecuted for attempted murder on police, even though the paperwork said the firearm that was recovered I never fired or had on me. You know what I mean? Charges was later dropped to reckless endangerment. I pled guilty to him to avoid prison time, and you know, the admission of guilt, he gave up my rights to sue the police department. So at the end of the day, these people know what they're doing, and until the police is held responsible for their actions, they're going to continue to abuse their authority. You know what I'm saying?
So pretty much they railroaded you. You know what I'm saying? And make sure they get sued at the same time.
Exactly. You know, it was real hard for me to sit in the day room and watch Mark Aubrey on the news get hunted down like a dog. You know what I'm saying? Hear about Breonna Taylor. And, you know, I held back tears watching George Floyd, you know, lay on the ground and beg for his life. I felt like that could have been me. I think for this generation, it was like a glimpse of what was going on with our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Being that we never seen an actual black person lynched from a tree with a noose on his neck. I mean, I think what happened to George was the closest thing we ever got a chance to see. You know what I mean? That harsh reality from the past.
Definitely was harsh. I didn't even watch the video. I watched like maybe a few seconds and I turned it off. I knew I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna get emotional. I'm, you know, go through all those kind of emotions. No, definitely. So that night you were shot, where did you get hit at? The night with in the police situation.
Well, it was New Year's night 2001 going into 2002. And they alleged that, you know, I was shooting at them, but that wasn't the case. You know what I mean? It was shooting going on in the air, and I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And I got shot by officers. Like I said, they forced me to plead guilty to reckless endangerment, you know, to avoid me suing the police department. I got shot in my left arm. I was 17 years old. You know what I mean? I never forget that night watching my moms cry while the police push her back in Brookdale Hospital while I'm handcuffed to a bed. You know, so.
What was that experience like? Was that your first time being shot? What was that experience like?
I mean, at that time, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I ain't gonna hold back, Chad. You feel me? I was 17. I was reckless during those times, man. So, you know, I had a big head around that time because not only was I shot by police, but I was home in 2 days. I was bailed out. Russ bailed me out. I was home in 2 days. Mark Kalina, one of the biggest lawyers out there, you know what I'm saying, came representing me in arraignment.
Okay.
And I was home in 2 days. So, you know, I was running around with my head, you know, big and thinking I was on top of the world. My street cred went up, you know what I mean?
Okay. So you said once you played representation, did you have to do any time behind that? Or you just let the case go? How did that end up falling out?
Well, the charges was dropped down to reckless endangerment, and I copped out to a youthful offender. I ain't have to serve no jail time. I just had to stay out of trouble for 4 years, you feel me?
Did you ever know what cops actually shot you? Like, did you ever see them again? Like, you know, being in Brownsville? Like, what was that feeling like? Did it get you a hatred towards police? Like, how did that, were you traumatized? How was that experience for you personally?
Well, actually, the officer that shot me the night I was inside the precinct, the officer came up to the holding cell that I was in, and he was like, yo, you know, Billy D? And Billy D is a dude who owns a record company in East New York. And the officer had a gap between his teeth. I'll never forget a black officer with a gap between his teeth. And I think somehow he arranged that the paperwork be written a certain way so that I wouldn't get it.
This call is from a federal prison.
So he actually knew me. The cop who shot me knew who I was. You know what I'm saying? He knew I was a rapper. He knew I was signed to Def Jam.
Wow. It was a black cop at that.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that gives a twist. You know, a lot of people say in the force, you know, the black cops sometimes are worse than some of the white cops. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to, you know, try to hold up the stature as the white cops, and they want to beat down and, you know, do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, Chan. Anytime you get me on the phone and we gonna talk real shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna pull no punches or pull a race card. I was shot by a black officer when I was 17.
Right now, we got
stand up and stand out.
We got another artist that's in the federal jail. I don't know if you heard about it. AR Abs, another rapper. He's locked in a federal facility. You know, he was buzzing. Height of his career going on. We got Rollo locked up. You know what I mean? He was buzzing. You know, it seems like a lot of good dudes who was buzzing gets caught up in that trap. Have you ever heard about them cases while you've been inside?
Well, since I've been down, I haven't came across AR Ab or Rollo or none of them dudes, but I've heard that they was locked up in the federal system. You know what I'm saying? As you know, Kodak Black.
Oh yeah.
You know, a couple other people, Joel Santana. You know what I'm saying? I never bumped into them, but you know, my prayers are with them, and I just hope that they stand up like men supposed to, learn from their experiences, and go back out there and pursue their careers. I'm currently down here with Tupac stepfather though, man, Mutulu Shakur.
Okay. Mutulu Shakur.
Yeah, Mutulu Shakur down here with me, man. Good dude, good brother, man. You know what I'm saying? He built with the brothers out here in the yard a lot. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he get back in the courts and get back that time that he got. He been down for about 30 years right now.
Damn.
And he got something currently in the courts. So, you know, my prayers is with him.